arena like this is rare and lets us be able to ride year round. But typically we like to go on trail rides, and we've got trails around the property and stuff, so outside riding is more of our hobby, but it's nice to have this option too. We are up to 2 little girls, my wife Alyssa. I think we may be done in the kid department. I'm pretty content. I'd love to have a little boy, but that's a big gamble, so my girls keep me very happy. They've got 2 totally different personalities. I've got my youngest, Sage, that is a ball of fire and just no filter and hardly thinks of it. She's just a doer and loves being outside and active with me. She's as active as it gets. And then our oldest, Letty, she's the most polite, thoughtful kid. I mean, just heart of gold. And we've got our fur babies. We're at 3 dogs now. Spend a lot of time with them. We've got horses going on. That's a full-time gig to keep them maintained. Luckily, it runs in the family, so we have some help there. We like working. We like getting dirty. You know, getting dirty runs in my department. You know, hands-on work is what I do, and I enjoy. My wife has a more office-oriented job, but I think she really enjoys the getting into the barn and getting her hands on, and just I think it keeps people humble to stay active and do some tasks like that. So yeah, we definitely enjoy it as a family together. It can be a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too. Growing up with my childhood and being part of the farm life, and my father is a good role model. I mean, hard work was just expected, so it never seemed like work to me. I always just enjoyed the next problem, get it solved and move on to the next one. High school, the T&I program really opened a door to educate myself on a particular trade. I knew welding was something I was interested in. I wasn't sure if it was going to be my career or not, but I had a knack for it, and one thing led to another, and now it pays the bills. Going into a trade, we work hard. I don't think there's anything more rewarding. I don't know that I would pick a different career. The shoe fits for me. I think that everybody has their own path to go on, and trades were definitely for me. There's times in life where you think you're doing everything just right and perfect and that you deserve the most, but I promise you, when you get 10 more years of experience and you do it twice as quick with twice as less work, effort, that you'll realize, like, wow, I just continue to grow my abilities. And I think if you stay focused on just wanting to improve your abilities and stay humble, that you'll find that the things get easier, and there's always room for improvement, no matter how talented you are. You know, I'm learning every day still, so.
We hadn't really discussed that yet, but next time I saw him on passing, he talked, I kind of got the feeling he wasn't wanting that installed. He was wanting the semi-container stopper, which either way.
I think a lot of it's just keeping your priorities, you know, I didn't have the nicest stuff right from the beginning, but I worked hard, put the hours in, and, you know, hard work reflects, and you can, you know, get things when the time is right. Tradesmen who can get in right now and try and learn from experienced, older individuals, I think that's the best thing you can do. That's a good work ethic. They have tricks that are tried and true, and their methods work. I mean, they did things the hard way and got good results. So if we can take that work ethic and advance it with our modern technology, then there's no end to what we can do. You just need people willing to work and put the hours in, and you got to earn your money. There's no handouts, no matter what you're doing. You know, people who have office jobs, they're going to go home stressed, and they're doing their own grinding. But I think it's important that whatever trade you're in, just excel in it and try and be the best. I grew up on a family horse farm. Primarily growing up, I always chose motorcycles, dirt bikes, the things that I could turn off that I didn't have to feed constantly. But once I had 2 girls and their Nana showed them horses, there was no turning back. We've been fully committed for the last 6-8 years. They're at the age now where they're getting very talented in several disciplines in the horse world, and they're getting competitive, and we hit shows regularly. They're doing Western events where we go and they do barrel racing, and then they do English saddlebreds where it's a lot of pressure on them as a rider to show and perform good, and they get judged on it. So I think it's good for them to face those challenges, and it's grown them as people. You know, it's good to have competition. So we don't cut them any slack, really. You know, when we go to the barn, I expect them to be able to tack their own horse. I want them to clean up the stalls, you know, like they don't get to skip any corners. I think it's important to be a part of all of it. You know, you can't just show up and hop on an animal and enjoy the fun part of it. You got to make them earn it. And, you know, we're in the process of putting stalls on our own property, and we'll have horses out there soon, and I expect them to get up before the sun and go feed them and work them and go to school.